like to do is tell you a little bit about how we've gotten here. When Ron and I were married, we started climbing. We climbed mountains. We climbed mountains here, we climbed mountains in Nepal, we climbed mountains in Kilimanjaro with our children. When we climbed Kilimanjaro, we noticed that something was very different, very, very different. People were walking with no shoes. People were walking and climbing mountains with no shoes. People were walking with water on their head. It was a very unusual sight. We saw people with torn clothing. We were in Nepal. You know about our first incident with avalanches and snow? Well, we went back. We were resilient. We went back to Nepal. And we found a Sherpa who we were trekking with who asked us if we would please help rebuild a school that was crumbling. It was falling and it was about to fall on the children. So we said, well, sure. I mean, we have opportunity here. We have lots of opportunity in this part of the world, and we've got lots of people who could help out monetarily. So Malia began a club at La Jolla High School, and we started raising funds, and it was pretty easy to raise funds. It was pretty remarkable. She raised enough money in the high school to build 3 schools in Nepal. So after that experience, we found out about the LRA war in northern Uganda. And after we had built these schools, we said, you know, we can do something different. We can go and help the children in northern Uganda who were affected by this horrific, horrific war and who couldn't go to school. We met Sister Pauline, and she shared with us that there were so many, countless orphans who could not attend school. So we said, well, we can turn our efforts toward the orphans in Uganda. So that's what we did. And she raised enough funds to send 24 children to school every year. We made that commitment to them. 24 children every year to school. We, by divine intervention, met these amazing people in our lives. Joshua Chala and his wonderful daughter, Gloria, and his other wonderful daughter, Grace. And they said, well, it was okay to come over, and that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to make sure that the money was touching the ground that Malia was raising at the high school. So in 2007, we went over to Uganda. And we got off the plane, and I said, oh my goodness, this is not a problem of 24 children. It's a problem of more than 24 million people and children. So we said, wow. I kind of scratched my head and said, this is unbelievable. How does this happen? We have everything that we want here. We have more opportunity than anyone could even dream of or need in a lifetime. And these people walk for water, have no electricity. They sleep in huts with dirt floors. And the food that they eat, they grow, which is delicious, by the way. It's wonderful. It's all organic. And that's how they survive. They live on their land. They have picked their food from their gardens. They cook it. It's a wonderful, sustainable life. However, some people wanted to move on. They wanted to catch up from the 10th century that they were living in to the 21st century. So I said, in 2007, what can we do here? And I thought about it and said, wait a minute. We have technology here. That's what's advanced us. So I said to everyone, how about we bring technology over to northern Uganda? Well, everyone thought, that's a little crazy because these people needed water, they needed food, they needed shelter, they needed clothing, they needed to be able to go to school. However, I said, you know, we're brilliant over here. We can create, we can problem solve. Why can't they? So, in 2009, with the high-tech teachers and our family, we went over to Uganda again, and this time with Joshua's permission and his support from AMREF, which is African Medical and Research Foundation. We opened up not 1, not 2, but 3 digital library centers. Woo! So it worked out all right. The teachers were coming, the students were coming to the centers, and this was all free free of charge. We brought computers, we brought the internet. We said, let's give them the internet, an amazing tool which they can connect with. They are loving the idea of Facebook. They are loving the idea of connecting with what we call e-mentors. Students, teachers, business people, doctors, you name it, they're connecting. And email, yes, absolutely on email. No kidding. So we have these 3 centers, and we decided that this is a wonderful opportunity to help people build their lives. And that's what they're doing. They're trying to reach out and learn other ways of developing their skills because they haven't had that opportunity previously. So we have what we call enrichment classes. An enrichment program consists of peace building. We need that in northern Uganda, of course, because of the war. We have business development, entrepreneurship, and we have, because of AMREF's connection with health education, a major health education program there. We have advanced technology, which is training people to be developers. And we have, through all of this, the e-mentoring program. There are 7 programs, but I don't need to go into them all right now. But what we have is an opportunity for each one of you, if you would like, to connect. And you can touch someone in northern Uganda. And let me tell you, this is only the beginning, right? Yeah. Absolutely. And northern Uganda is only the very beginning, and we have opportunity to touch every disadvantaged region. And that's what our hopes and dreams are.